Hello again, this is Ruthie, and today I'm going to be showing you how I propagate succulents. I mentioned my propagation trays the other day, and I figured I'd show you how I propagate succulents. Basically, I use these trays that you can buy at Home Depot, Lowe's, any of those kind of stores. It comes with a top, the tray, as well as a seating tray. Initially I was using the seating tray, but I found better success with just using this portion of the tray. Okay, and the mix that I use is just a potting soil and perlite. Perlite is this like white foam type of medium that you put in the soil, and basically it helps so that your soil drains really well, which you need with succulents. I like to use like 40% of the soil and 60% of the perlite, so I have really good drainage. And I mixed this earlier just to save time, so that you didn't have to watch me and all that. But basically, put a whole bunch of perlite and soil, and I just dump it into the tray. Try to make it as even as possible. Ooh, look at that. And you'll see a whole lot of perlite in there. And I just started using this. I don't know if it works or not, but it says that it's cactus and succulent food, and it promotes flowers, growth, and color. So I just throw some in there, just cause. Alright, and I will pick whichever flowers I want to propagate. I'll just use these because I have them close to me. And I propagate two ways. I either do leaf cuttings or just from the leaf itself. I cut some before because this is not my first take. I just basically cut the portion that I want. I took some leaves off of the edges to make a nice little stem, and these little cuttings I'll also use for all of my projects. And you know, the stem is perfect just to stick it into the, you know, wherever it is that I'm using it for the projects. The other form that I use is either cutting it off or just taking it off of the flower that's in the pot, and I will just take the leaf cutting and put it into the dry soil. Okay, now I don't know how well you can see me doing this, but basically you just twist the leaf off and I put it into the soil. Okay, I can show you that on this. I can just twist it off. You hear the little just click. I'm sorry about the background, it's like drizzling. So, and I have a nice little stem there. I'm just gonna take one more off of there, and I'll put this into the soil, dry soil. Okay, and I'll do the same. Now, one thing that I love to do is when I buy flowers anywhere, you'll see some leaves inside the soil. Now I love when I'm lucky enough to have them already propagating. You see they have a little bud already. That just makes me super happy. And this one just happened to have a bunch of them, so see the little bud on there, little baby? That's gonna grow. And I will just twist the little leaf off and put it in the dry soil. Now some people will take the leaves and let them dry out and callus in another portion and then put them in the soil. I figure if I put them just in the dry soil, I skip a step, and I don't water this for a week or so and let all of the little leaves callus, and then I'll spritz it. I'll either use a water bottle or this thing, and I'll just spray it every couple of days just to keep the soil a little bit moist, okay? And this one also, if you can see, I don't know if you can see or not, has little babies in there, and I'll also propagate those as well. Another thing that I did, and I kind of mentioned it in the last video, is I behead the echeverries because I have no success with leaf propagation with these. So it sounds terrible, but I just cut the head off of it, and I'll put this into dry soil. I will not water it for a couple of days, and this will root. And then the top portion, this is not that top portion, but this is that top portion. This will have little buds growing from it as well. But this is one that I had beheaded about 2-3 weeks ago, and it has 1, 2, 3 little babies growing from the side. So that's another way that you can propagate. But I will basically fill this whole tray, and you can just imagine, you can make your inventory grow really quickly that way. So here I have some that I've already propagated. These are about 3 weeks old. And if I can bring the camera in a little bit to, my husband's helping us, to show you some of that. Just bring it in over here. You can show them some of the babies. There you go. Just come closer. But you can see all of the little buds sprouting. And over here. Hope I don't drop this whole thing. See the little buds there. And there as well. I have another tray here as well. And what I'll do is, once they get a little bigger, I'll put them into a little bigger area. Once they've budded, I got a bunch of soil on me, sorry. I'll put them into a bigger area so they can get even bigger. Okay? Once they root. I have some more over here. What is that little? And you can also put them into these little containers, which are really cute. And oh, yeah. So this is one that I propagated. You can see the buds over here. You can pull them out actually. See that? And at a certain point, once this shrivels up, the leaf, you can either cut it off or just pull it off really softly. This one just, I took it off the other day, and you can see the little shriveled up leaf there. Okay? But basically, that's how I propagate my succulents, and I've had pretty good success. You will not water this tray for a week or so, or until they callus, and then you can water it every couple of days or every week. Just, spritz it a little over the top. And basically that's how I propagate my succulents, and I've had success. I hope you have the same. If you like my video, please like and subscribe, and have a great day.